Welcome back to another race, you guys. My name is Tyler, and today the World of Outlaws are at Magnolia Motor Speedway. This is night number 1 of the World of Outlaws weekend. Tomorrow night they'll be at the Rev in Louisiana, and we'll actually be at the track to get some live footage. But tonight we'll be watching live on Dirt Vision with all of y'all and providing a regular race review. Leave a comment of your favorite driver down below, so when we're at the track tomorrow night, I can maybe get an interview or some up-close footage of their car when we're at the track live. The World of Outlaws didn't visit any new tracks in 2020, and early on in 2021, we're already going to some new ones. New tracks are always going to level the playing field, whether you're a veteran like Donnie Schatz or you're a rookie like Parker Price Miller. So it's going to be really interesting to see how everybody does. World of Outlaws have never been at Magnolia Motor Speedway, but sprint cars have been on the track. So we've got some great action expected for tonight. So let's get right after it, guys. First up is hot laps, qualifying, heat races, dash, B main possibly action, and then the A main feature for $10,000 tonight around the 3/8 mile at Magnolia Motor Speedway. Let's go. Welcome back, you guys. So tonight we're going to go 35 laps around the 3/8 mile for $10,000 to the winner in the debut with the World of Outlaws at Magnolia Motor Speedway, the MAG. It's been a great week so far and a lot of great weather, and the track is really shaping up. 79 degrees at the track right now. I really cannot wait until we're at a track tomorrow, but until then we're going to watch live on Dirt Vision. Tonight we've got 34 cars in the pits, a really good mix of local guys, all-stars, outlaws, ASCS guys. It's going to be a really good show all night, so let's kick it off with hot laps. So tonight we had some guys making the World of Outlaws series debut, and we had a veteran, Danny Smith, making his 6th decade with the World of Outlaws in action with them. And Jacob Allen would set the fastest time ever recorded at the track with an 11.748. Corey Eliason would go out first, and he would set a new track record with a 12.1. Sheldon Hodenshield would go out shortly after him and set a track record of 12.155. Logan Schuchart would set the fastest time overall ever at the track with a new track record of 12.0, and he'll be the fastest qualifier tonight. Third fastest was Corey Eliason. Donnie Schatz went out early and he set the 4th fastest time. And then last year's Rookie of the Year, Wayne Johnson, qualified 5th fastest. Other guys to note, we had Brad Sweet going out towards the end of qualifying. He qualified mid-pack. The highest qualifier for a rookie is going to be Brock Zierfoss in the top 10. And then Aaron Reitzel, last weekend's winner and the most recent winner for the World of Outlaws, he qualifies 12th after going out last. Next up for heat races, we're going to go 10 laps, and top 5 are going to transfer into the A main for tonight, and the top 2 are going to go to the dash. Starting on the pole was quick timer Logan Schuchart, and next to him was Wayne Johnson. And it was really great watching the first couple heat races and guys charge up through the field. One of those was 5th place starter David Gravel in the first heat, and he would get all the way to 2nd, claiming the final transfer spot into the dash behind Logan Schuchart. And Wayne Johnson was one of those guys that was slipping backwards, while guys like Scott Boguski were charging through the field from 8th. He would get around Casey Kane into the final transfer spot into tonight's feature, and we were heading to heat race number 2. Heat race number 2 was a doozy right from the start. It was as we had Sheldon Hodenshield, Jacob Allen, and Carson Macedo going 3 wide for the lead on lap number 2, and Carson would get to the lead and then take off. Sheldon would settle in behind Jacob Allen, but about halfway through the race, he would get into the final dash transfer spot as Jacob slid down to 4th. And then we had guys like Craig Kinzer and Mason Daniel missing the transfer, and they'll go to the B main. Next up is heat race number 3. Race number 3, we had Corey Eliason and Brent Marks on the front row, and behind them was Sam Haferteep. Sam has been so good at the beginning of this year, and he picked up right where he left off again tonight, and he'll get to the lead by the exit of turn number 2 and go on to win heat race number 3. Brent Marks would hold on to 2nd, and he'll go to the dash as well. Corey Eliason missed out on the dash, but will make the feature. And Gio Selzy was charging through the field, and he would end up in 3rd. In the final heat race, we had Donnie Schatz on the pole and a pair of rookies in Aaron Reitzel and Parker Price Miller in the 2nd row. And then starting 5th and trying to hold on to a transfer spot was Brad. We knew that Brad was going to be on the hunt earlier, and he would get all the way up to 3rd place. Aaron Reitzel would settle into 2nd, and Donnie Schatz would go on to the win. And so Donnie and Aaron would go to the dash. Brad was saying after the heat race that the track was starting to take rubber, and you could definitely see that it was getting slick, and up around the top right off their left rears, it was definitely starting to take some rubber. So they're probably going to do some track work to keep the track in good racing condition throughout the night, as the track is ripping fast and has been all night long. Next up is the dash. So next up's the dash, and we're going to go 8 laps, setting the first 8 starters for the feature tonight. And drawing the pole was Logan Schuchart. He'll go for a clean sweep tonight. as he picked up the quick time and the heat race award, and he'll start next to Carson Macedo in the dash. Buried in this dash were Sheldon Hodenshield, David Gravel, and Donnie Schatz. Hodenshield would be on the move early throughout this and would get right to the top, ripping the lip, and he would get all the way to second, and this will be his first front row start of the 2021 season, and he'll start next to the dash winner Logan Schuchart, who is looking to clean sweep the night. And so Logan will start on the pole, Sheldon outside of him, and right behind them is Aaron Reitzel, last weekend's winner. Next up is the B main. So the B main was 12 laps, and we set the final 4 starters. Buried in the B main were guys like Craig Kinzer, PPM, Greg Wilson, Casey Kane, Ayrton Jeniton, and Mason Daniel. And all these guys would put on a great show. Within the first couple of laps, the track was really racy, and we were at this point all around the top, up against the wall, and the bottom was actually starting to come in. 5th place starter Greg Wilson would actually hug the bottom all the way around and get up to second behind Craig Kinzer, who would actually pick up the win in the B main. Casey Kane would also transfer, and then we would have a caution with about 3 laps to go, re-racking the field, and Ayrton Jeniton would take full advantage of that and get around Outlaw rookie and regular Parker Price Miller. So Parker will be forced to take a provisional tonight, and we're on to the A main. So tonight we'd go for $10,000 and a 30-lap feature at the MAG for the debut for the World of Outlaws. And I've got a lot of notes, so we're gonna cheat this on the fly so I can get going, get some sleep, and we can head to the track for tomorrow. The track was known as Black Ice, and there's a lot of late model races that go onto the track, and late models have a little different tire compound than sprint cars do, so they might not put down rubber as much as sprint cars, but we knew that that rubber would be coming in later on in the feature, and that the track was really, really fast. Logan Schuchart was looking to be the first repeat winner in 2021 and take the point lead back from Carson Macedo. Sheldon was starting on the front row, and this was the first front row start of the 2021 season for the NOS Energy Drink 17 team. And he's been so good and so fast all year long, but can never seem to put a whole night together, so it'd be interesting to see if he could do that. And then Donnie Schatz was going for win number 300, and he's got the best record overall of any World of Outlaw driver when debuting at new track. Right off the bat, we had a really fresh start with the track. We were right around the bottom, and it was pretty loose early on, but the track started to take shape. By lap 4, we were already into traffic, and the track was really, really fast. Then we had a red flag as Sam Hafertepe got sideways in front of Brock Zierfoss and Scotty Thiel, and all 3 had really heavy damage and really ended their night. And it was really unfortunate for Brock Zierfoss because he was the quick rookie qualifier on the night. With the restart with 5 down, Logan takes off to the early lead, and with 20 to go, point leader Carson Macedo actually comes to a stop on the front stretch, and he would have rear end issues. A broken rear end would be the ultimate cause of his stop, and he would go to the trailer, and that would end his night. I think he ended up 21st on the night. On the restart with 20 to go, we noticed that Casey Kane, who was a B main transfer, he was already up to the top 10. Brad Sweet had started 12th, he was up to 6th, and Donnie Schatz was looking into getting into the top 3 and getting around Aaron Reitzel. 1 lap from halfway, Logan closes in on traffic, and then another red comes, and we pan over into turn number 1, and Aaron Reitzel had just gotten around Wayne Johnson and got up into the wall. It appears he had maybe shredded a right rear or even broken something on the front end, because when he got into the wall and they were pushing him back to the work area, he didn't have any front shocks, and he had a right rear blown. So hard to tell what happened on that car. Unfortunately, they didn't make it back out. All kinds of crews were trying to thrash on the car, as we've seen with the World of Outlaws many times, and just couldn't get it back out. Brent Marks actually went to the work area as well, but he would make it back out. We would have a double file restart at halfway, and Logan, Sheldon, Donnie, and David, and then KKR teammates were all really fast and up front by this point. Brad and David were starting to trade spots and go back and forth for that 4th spot. 10 laps to go, we were right around the top, and wings were starting to get pulled to the trunks as we were hitting lap traffic on Black Ice. And with 7 laps to go, we started seeing Sheldon stalking Logan Schuchart with a little rubber down off the top, and Logan can't seem to get around traffic as well as Sheldon can, and he can't get around PPM, and Sheldon tries a slider on Logan and succeeds. Donnie was banging the bottom and actually peaked in on 3rd place on the lead as well, but just couldn't make the pass. 6 to go, Logan slides Sheldon into 3 and 4, and then they trade spots down in 1 and 2, and Sheldon gets him back. Meanwhile, Brad Sweet slides Donnie Schatz for 3rd, so he's looking for a podium spot at this point after starting 12th. And so that was with 3 laps to go, and Sheldon would actually hang on to the lead and wrap up a night, and Logan Schuchart would come home 2nd, coming up short from a clean sweep after being quick timer, winning his heat race and the dash. Brad Sweet comes home third for another podium finish, and this is pretty much standard for Brad Sweet. We've seen it time after time, and what made him the two-time and defending World of Outlaw champion is being consistent and finishing up front every single night, even when you start mid-pack. The streak continues this year for World of Outlaws, as we are now to 5 different winners in 5 races. Tomorrow we're going to be at the track, so I definitely want to get inside, get some sleep, so we can head over to the track tomorrow and get you guys some live footage. Tomorrow I'll update you guys on the points. Until then, you guys have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you at the next track. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, make sure you like and share this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a single bit of the action around the World of Outlaws and All-Star Series throughout 2021. I can't wait to see you at the next track, and have a wonderful day.